This is one of my favorite principles of life. I think it's the law of subtraction and addition in the universal laws of life. It is also one method that the devil pursues you on, and one of the basic principles, and also just one thing that your own mind can use against you, right? In order for one thing to exist, right, there has to be something else that doesn't exist in place of that. So in time, right, in order for now to exist and this reality to exist, there were, infinite other realities that could have existed at this time, but they didn't, right? So maybe right now, maybe if I was born in Mauritius, right, my time frame would be different, right? Maybe I'd be at the University of Mauritius, and like my time frame, everything would just be different. The way my life went out would be different, right? And then you can argue that other people are living different time frames that you could have lived. Anyways, whatever. So in order for one thing to exist, something else can exist, right? Or didn't exist. And in order for you to succeed, right, then the idea of you failing never existed, right? And I'm speaking about on a life basis, and I'm speaking about like failing in the sense of like God had this entire life plan for you and you never achieved that thing, right? Therefore, like in your life you failed, right? Not small failures, but like you failed on like that list of like description that you had to maybe achieve by the end of your life. So in order for the devil to prevent you from doing that, right, he just needs to distract you enough so that you give up on that dream of success and then you stop pursuing it. That's why one of the biggest biblical principles is like you have to constantly be focused, right? And one of the other ways that manifests is that you have to focus on you, right? And one of the things that comes from that focus is God is inside you, right? I always say this: the kingdom of God dwells inside you, and you can find this term in the Bible. And the idea of that is that when you focus on you focus on God because God's inside you. So what would be the opposite of that, right? Is that you focus on everyone else. You focus on everybody else. Even if you're going through one struggle, you compare your struggle to somebody else's struggle in order to sort of, when you do that, right, your struggle could have become a positive thing if God had used it, right? But then it becomes this negative narrative in your head, and it never reaches what it was supposed to be when it was flipped by God, right? So your own mind can also do this in the sense of like it just prevents you from moving forward, right? By when you become uncomfortable in this new reality, it basically tells you, no, it's uncomfortable, like don't go there, and then you never go there. And when you would have gone there, you would have reached the way you needed to get to success. So now you elongate the time at which you take to reach that success, and now it's longer, right? It's delayed. So in order for one thing to exist, something else has to